Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Arthur's Cooking Show. Today we're going to be tackling a big challenge. I think this is one of the hardest dishes I've done yet. There's a lot of multitasking involved. We're going to be making 3 dishes in one. This is a beef roast. The ingredients you're going to need for the beef roast are the beef roast. This is a top-sider cut. Here, this will be for the trivet, the trivet. You'll have the onions, garlic, bay leaf, and the carrots. For the sauce, you're gonna have beef stock, salt and pepper, of course, olive oil, and some red wine. For the roast potatoes, I'm gonna need these potatoes, garlic, a little bit of butter. That's all you're gonna need. And I forgot to mention, for the sauce in the beef, you're also gonna need a little bit of butter. Lastly, for the Yorkshire pudding, you're gonna need 200 ml milk, 200 grams of flour, and 4 eggs. It's as simple as that. And, by the way, all of these require olive oil. This is the most important ingredient of them all. So, let's get cracking. First step, we're gonna boil our potatoes. Cover it back up. So, you want them to be kind of soft, but then have a crunchy exterior, you know, crusty skin, like a French fry, right? Like a French fry, right? It's crunchy on the outside, but soft on the inside. That's what we want. So that's what we're gonna wait for. So, that would mean it would be approximately maybe 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes, depending on how hot your water is. Right now it's pretty hot, so it'd be like 5-7 minutes. While we're waiting for our potatoes, we will, before cooking, we'll heat our oven to 180 Celsius. Alright, it's time, let's go. So, one way to tell if it's done is take a knife, doesn't matter which knife it is, as long as it's pretty sharp, and you just poke one. If it goes through and it makes quite a big cut, and you can lift it up with the knife, that means it's done. So turn off the heat, and right now we're gonna strain it. So here we are, our strained potatoes. We'll just set this to a side, and we're going to roast our beef. We're actually gonna sear it first. So take a pan, put it medium to high heat. While we're waiting for it to get hot, we're gonna season our steak. So put some salt. It's a pretty big cut of steak, so want to be a bit generous with your seasoning here. Okay, the pan is starting to get hot now. Perfect timing. Let's add a little bit more of our olive oil onto our dish. Put your beef. Now we'll take another dish, line it with some olive oil, our garlic, put it all in there, and place our potatoes, like that. Here, we'll put the potatoes on the bottom. These are gonna cook for quite a while. Before it goes in the oven, put your carrots. There we go. Then put it inside. Now the beef will be cooking for 30 minutes. There's a rule: per kilogram will equate to 30 minutes in the oven. So if you have 2 kilograms of beef, it will take 1 hour for it to cook properly. And for the potatoes, we're going to be cooking for 1 hour. There we go. So 5 minutes before the beef is ready, we're just going to mix the potatoes just to see if they're ready. Just open that lid up. Ooh, looks good, huh? 5 minutes and then the roast will be done. We just need to take this real quick. We're gonna add butter to this a little bit later, once it's finished. It smells so good I dropped the mitten. Alright, let's put it back. This is almost done. So yeah, 5 more minutes. The beef is done. We'll take it out and then we'll start making our gravy. Okay, it's time to get our roast. We have a cutting board here. This is where we're gonna place it. Ooh. Dang, that smells nice. Ooh. All right. Our roast. And place it on our cutting board. We're not gonna cut it right now. We're gonna let it rest for 30 minutes because when you bake, or when you roast something, all of the moisture goes towards the center of the beef. And if we cut it right now, there won't be a lot of juices that will come out. So if we let it rest for 30 minutes, we can get that extra moisture and then it will be juicier and more tender. So we'll leave this to the side, and guess what we're gonna do with this? We're gonna make this into our gravy. Okay, so I already did it once before. Just want to show you. You take all of that sauce, all of the veggies. You want to save that for later since you're going to eat it. Here we go. Take everything. There we go. Pass it through the sieve so you have a nice smooth sauce. Just mix it all around. Don't mash it. We'll have it for later. On the plate. There we go. And look at all of that sauce. Nice. And that's not it. We're gonna add some stock and lots more. So we're gonna put the saucepan with the sauce, with the gravy, on high heat. Just mix it around. Afterwards, we're going to add our red wine and even our seasoning. We can add more seasoning to that. Why not? So first, we're gonna add some beef stock, just to thicken it a little bit. Also for the extra taste factor, some beef stock. There we go. And we're just gonna wait for it to get a little bit hotter, and then we're gonna add a special ingredient. All right, it's getting a lot hotter now. You can see it's starting to boil just a little bit. You can hear it as well. So we'll take some wine, half a glass, just half a glass of wine. There we go, half a glass. That's enough. I filled it up fully. That's because the other half is for me, all right?
No.
Okay. All right. And here is our gravy. Look at all of that. Let me taste. That's nice. You can taste everything. You can taste even the meat, the juices from the meat. There we go. That is in our gravy. Set this to the side, and now we're gonna make our Yorkshire pudding. Take a bowl, a whisk, and beat 3 eggs. Alright, beaten. We'll our milk. Mix that in. Then our flour. You can sieve it if you want. You don't have to. Go. This is for our batter. And put this to the side. Before we cook this up, we're gonna take our trays and, of course, take some olive oil, and you pour only in this hole and this one, and then like an ice cube tray. We're gonna place this tray into the oven for 15 minutes just to warm up the oil, and then we're gonna put the batter on top of them. That's how you do a Yorkshire pudding. Okay, let's take out the potatoes because we need to let the Yorkshire do it on its own. Have the full oven to itself. Look at that. There are our potatoes, well browned. What we're gonna do is add our remaining butter just to make it nicer. There we go, you can see all the juice on the cutting board. It's not exactly clean, but that's how it is. There we go, that's one. Gravy. That's nice. If you want gravy on your veggies, then do that. But there we go. Here it is. Our roasted beef with roasted potatoes, with veggies, and Yorkshire pudding. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please press like if you like the video. Comment down below if you have anything to say, and consider subscribing. Please, it's free. Anyways, I'll see you next time. Bye.